Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be talking about ledgers, Trezors. We're going to be talking about the incident with Ledger and a couple other wallets that we might explore in the future. I will review them. If you tell me which one to buy, we'll definitely I'll get one in my grubby hands. If y'all want to tell me which wallet to buy, we'll cover that in a little bit. And the incident with Arbitrum and inscriptions. All that's a bit of a topics of today. You doing good, V-Bro, today?
Yeah, I my sleep is kind of messed up
It's
because
okay.
there's
All our
like
sleep is messed up.
but you don't live in northern Scandinavia. There's like I don't know, like 7 seconds of sunlight per day.
That's some people would like that. Do you like that or do you not? Do you like the sun, but you like it cold, but you like it sunny? Is that correct?
I mean, I don't like the sun, but it's kind of messes up your I don't know how to pronounce it, like your circadian rhythm.
Very good.
Uh,
I understand exactly what you said. Yes. And for all you guys that don't know, a few months ago, Seb was having trouble with his circadian rhythm, and we told him, dude, sleep with the blinds open. Because if you sleep with the blinds open,
yeah,
the natural sunlight hits you and it wakes you up because it spurns something in your closed eyelids. Your eyes see the brightening conditions and releases some kind of hormones and you wake up better. So since then, he has not had any problems. So you guys, we're always watching out for Seb because Seb's got to develop. He doesn't need these problems with no sunlight. So sleep with your blinds open. But obviously that's hard for you because the sun just won't come out. So I understand.
yeah.
So I just want to say, guys, look at this price on ICP. Look at it. I mean, look at it some more, a little bit more. How about right there? Just look at it just for a second with me. Just look. Just
What
look at it for
what
just a second longer.
what happened with ICP?
So, yes, I do know little bit about what's going on with ICP. So, the big news with ICP and Sol, of course, pumped a few weeks ago. But the reason it's ICP's this turn is because they're on the verge of launching natively hosted stable coins, right? And Ethereum. So basically, those canisters we talked about a few weeks ago, the smart contract, the front end, the back end, all that stuff wrapped up in a canister on ICP. Now, ICP is going to be able to host the actual secure ERC20 USDT, USDC, I believe. They're going to be able to securely be held in the canister. So your smart contract canisters then can interact with them, but they're not wrapped. They're going to be native on-chain Ethereum assets with these
No.
CK BTC, CK ETH, CK USDT, CK USDT. It's so confusing. But yeah, so they're kind of pumping on that news, I guess, because the ecosystem can really DeFi can flourish there if they can host these assets securely, but keep them on the Ethereum blockchain if necessary, or they can be wrapped on the ICP side. But I don't think we've got to that point yet. So I think that's why we're having a bit of a run with the ICP. That's my thoughts on the matter.
Okay.
So, but in other wild, look at that. Look at that. What the heck happened here? I have no idea. Does anybody know what's going on with WLD? Because this is some intense price action on a few of these coins today. DYDX having a pump, AVAX. So we've got some alternate layer ones here, and AVAX is a layer 2, right? Or is it a layer 1? I've never been in AVAX.
It's I think it's a like scaling solution for Ethereum,
Okay, so it's
but
like a
I'm not
layer 2.
sure.
And then TIA is like this blockchain of blockchains. I mean, so we got a lot of good movement on alternate layer ones and layer twos this week. So I guess it's just, money flowing out from Papa Bitcoin into some more speculative assets that might have more upside than just plain old ETH and so forth. So good on you if you were in ICP, if you were in WorldCoin. I still haven't scanned my eyeball and I still haven't pondered their orb, but maybe I will now because I want my free WLD. And hopefully those people that got their eyeball scanned iron-handed it till now so they can actually have something to show for it because that was awful.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I have no idea what's going on there. So Beth, you're a hardware wallet user.
I
So
am.
am I. So am I. So I want to kind of show you guys a little bit about the Ledger and the stuff that I've used with them over the years. So some of you, this might be a little, rudimentary. You might have been using Ledger for a long time, but anybody that's listening to this after the fact is recording or in the audience now that has never used a hardware wallet, I've got some thoughts. And so does Vbro. We're going to kind of talk to you about some of our experiences with the Ledger. So if you've never bought one, if you're still using a browser-based wallet, I mean, you see all the time people are always complaining they lose their funds because maybe they put their password in LastPass or some other means, or they sign the wrong transaction. I mean, sorry, I need my coffee sip there. You just got to get a hardware wallet. I mean, I can't even imagine having the assets that I have in a browser wallet. It's just untenable. So my best experience is with Ledger. I have a Trezor, but I'm going to let Vbro talk about the Trezors. I'm going to quickly run down some of the stuff that Ledger sells. Now, when you're ordering from Ledger, please, of course, order from the official website. Don't go to Amazon. If you order a Ledger off Amazon, you could be subject to a man-in-the-middle attack where somebody, a bad person, will buy a Ledger. And one of the methods I saw was that they will put a scratch off with a specific seed phrase in there. So you scratch it off and it looks official. They'll put that back in the package. They'll shrink wrap it and they'll return it to Amazon and say, hey, I didn't open this package, but I'd like a refund. So then that box, nicely shrink wrapped and put back together, goes back in the bin of wallets at Amazon.com, right? And then some unlucky soul will hit the lottery, the bad lottery, and buy that Ledger and get it. And if they're not fully aware of the man-in-the-middle attack, they'll see that seed phrase card like a scratch-off ticket, and they'll be, oh, okay, I've got to restore my wallet per the instructions on that seed phrase card. They'll scratch off that seed phrase, they'll start putting their money in it, and it gets swept. So always order. I never have ordered a Ledger or a Trezor off anything but the official website, even if it costs more, or even whatever. I've never done it. I never will. I will always order directly from the hardware wallet manufacturer themselves. So first off, I'd like to say I own a Ledger Nano. I've had it for 2 years now, I think, and I would like to tell you that it wasn't worth it. I also have the Ledger Nano S Plus. This is a better wallet. It is a better wallet than the Nano X. Now on paper, it says the Ledger Nano X is Bluetooth compatible. It's got its own battery inside. You can turn it on, connect it to your phone, all that good stuff. But the problem is that the Bluetooth, it connects, but it sucks because it's got to go through Ledger Live. Ledger Live is, in my opinion, awful. I don't like Ledger Live on my mobile phone. The way it handles connecting to dApps is archaic. It just sucks. I don't like it. And because Rabby isn't available on mobile yet, I can't use my Ledger Nano X and hardware or Bluetooth connect to something like Rabby, which handles signings and transactions and connecting to dApps way better. Furthermore, my Ledger X has died multiple times. It has died because I have just used it in general, as normal you would, and it never turns off. It's supposed to have a screensaver that appears on its little tiny screen with little L's in boxes, but sometimes that screensaver never appears, and it just stays on for hours and hours and hours until battery dies, and it's frozen. You can't tell it to turn off. You can't say, Ledger, please turn off. It just does that until the battery drains. And you can plug it in, but guess what? You're just prolonging the inevitable. You're going to unplug it, put it in your wallet, in your pocket, and it's going to die. So that's happened to me numerous times, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because my Ledger is having an individual problem or if this is a problem encountered in other Ledger Nano X's. Okay, so I hate that. I'm just over it now. I'm over it. So back to this guy here. This is the one I prefer now because you plug it directly in with a USB-C cable. It has no onboard battery. When you unplug it, it's off. When you plug it in, it's on. It has the same functionality. It's just missing the Bluetooth. And I don't frankly need it because Ledger Live is so awful. I don't care about the Bluetooth anymore. I'd never connect Ledger Live to Bluetooth on my phone. It was a waste of time. I would rather just use this one, which I do now, and go directly to Rabby on a laptop, which I carry with me everywhere if I need to do any transactions, and just use the Ledger Nano S Plus and save some money. I hate the Ledger Nano X. I mean, I don't hate it. It works. If I don't use the Bluetooth, it just becomes a more expensive Ledger Nano S Plus. So my best experience with the Ledger product line is right here. $79. It's secure. It's a hardware wallet. It does its job. Now, Ledger, the company, we could get into the weeds with that. Obviously, there's so much wrong that has happened with Ledger in the last few years. from doxing people with their email addresses and their information to the Ledger Recover incident, which everybody was freaking out about, to the latest incident, which of course Ledger's SDK or whatever this development library ConnectKit was hit up by a malicious actor. As many of you should know or might know, that for a few hours there, anybody connecting to certain dApps that had updated to this Ledger ConnectKit got about $600,000 in funds drained. Okay, so Ledger is kind of sloppy as a company. I can't really enjoy what they do. I enjoy the Ledger Nano S Plus, and if I need hardware wallets, I would recommend this one. But as far as their other products, I have no experience with the Stacks and the Ledger Nano X. It's just like, in theory, it sounds good, but ultimately, I had to take that coffee sip. The experience sucks. And let me scroll down a little bit and tell you about some of their other stuff here, okay? So real quick, the Ledger Nanopod. I bought it. I thought, hey, this is a nice metal case with maybe an O-ring seal so that maybe if I was like traveling and I fell into some water or Noah's Ark, the sequel occurred, maybe my Ledger would be safe. No, it's just a plastic tube, and it doesn't even have an O-ring seal, and it costs $39. Scam. It's a scam. Ledger Nano case. Scam. It's a scam. Then they sell this. This is not their product, and this is not their product, and this is not their product. But look. This is just you scratch in these plates and put in your seed phrase somehow. Okay. No. Who would want to do this? No. Okay. No. It's scam. And then this crypto steel capsule. So you're supposed to put your seed phrase in each one of these platters, and each word is separated by this larger platter. Okay, so what's going to happen the first time you want to restore your seed phrase? This wobbly tower of Babel, or the Leaning Tower of Pisa, is going to fall over, and all these things are going to just fall off of the stack there. Maybe they're locked. I don't know. Maybe I'm lying, but to me it looks like a bad idea. I would not want to take one of these piece by piece to recover my freaking seed word. Just go on Amazon, buy a titanium plate for $20, which they sell specifically for the purpose of crypto, and then buy some punches. Okay, buy some punches, and you punch each word one at a time into your seed plate, and then you lock that thing up, bury it 5 feet underground. I don't care. Wherever you put it. And those are way cheaper and probably 100% safer than these side products on on Ledger's website. So I don't know about this. I mean, do I really want to stick each and every word? What if I open it and they all slide out and fall on the ground? Okay, somehow. I don't know if that's possible, but I mean, if bad things can happen, you've got to assume they're going to happen. So if I open this and somehow all these letters slide out, I'm done. There's my recovery phrase. I'll never know. It's over. I'm done. I just quit crypto at that point. So just use the Amazon stainless steel or titanium plates they sell, and a punch kit, and you'll be cheaper than this, and you'll be more secure because your letters won't fall out. And if you punch it hard enough, they'll be really in there. Even the fire in the titanium plate, I don't think you could destroy the punched in letters. So that's my thoughts on the Ledger. I really think, guys, if you're going to go with this product line, just go with the Ledger S Plus. It's simpler. It's a better product. I carry mine around with me on a chain, which I supplied myself instead of paying the extra $10 for the chain Ledger version. And it works great. I add the apps with Ledger Live, and after that, I turn Ledger Live off and I never look at it again. And I just use Rabby Wallet to interact with Ledger. And in that regard, it's seamless. Rabby is just seamless. It talks to the Ledger quick. It doesn't give me any crap, and it works every time. So Ves, do you have a Ledger as well?
Yes, I do. I have this one that's on screen now. But the only reason that I got one is because it plays better. Like, it has better integration with Monero than Trezor does.
I see. Good. So you're Monero Maxi. You need this.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can do it in Trezor as well, but it's I kind of like to, you know, um, not put all my eggs in one basket. Like it's
Absolutely.
better. It's better to buy, more hardware wallets than to have one for everything.
I feel the same way. You
Um,
have some client diversity there.
yeah, but I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, flimsy in a way. I don't know. Wait, I'm gonna check now. This,
He's about to throw it on his desk.
yeah, like the protective, like the metal thing
Yeah,
that
that little guy. Yeah.
yeah. I'm not sure. Like, can you remove it? I
Yes, if
haven't
you pull
tried.
it and you'll bend it, of course, you'll bend it and it'll come off, but then you got to bend it back to
Okay.
a sharper point and then you could put it back on top.
Yeah, but
It does
then,
come out.
yeah, but then, like if you have it plugged in, then the USB, the what's it called? Yeah, the cable kind of obstructs the protect or like the metal part.
Yeah, that gets in the way. You have to hold it like a
Yeah,
letter L, upside down letter
so
L.
yeah, so it's I don't know how they thought about it like when they designed it, but it seems just kind of like stupid to me to have it like that because I mean Trezor doesn't have any like like
Instructions.
no you don't need like the aluminum part. It's just I don't know why they put it there. And then I mean to be honest, I actually ordered mine from Amazon.
Oh my
But
God.
but of course I ordered it from their like official store, and obviously I'm not gonna scratch any like pre entered seed phrase card. I'm
Yeah.
gonna set it up from scratch.
Yeah, they
Um,
recommend, well, it's been recommended
yeah,
that people generate a seed phrase, you clear the ledger and you generate another seed phrase. So you've cleared
yeah,
you make one, clear it, and then a brand new one.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Um, but yeah, um, I mean it's not as if I think it's a or bad wallet compared to like all the other wallets. The thing is that both Ledger and Trezor, at least to me, they've been around for the longest, unless I'm wrong. So
no,
it's
I
kind
think
of
you're right.
like yeah, so it's kind of like you in this context you would trust actors that have been there for the longest. But yeah, I don't know. Do you want me to share my screen and compare it to like what I think about Trezor?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you want to show people, because Vbro has a lot more experience with his Trezor than I do. I have one as a spare because of that diversity thing, but ultimately I use the ledger more. So let me jump over, stop streaming, and now Vbro can take a look, or I'll watch his screen here, and we can see what he's got here.
Yeah. Um, okay, let's see. You can see my screen, right?
Here it comes. Yes, lady grabbing the ledger. I
Yeah.
see. Okay, or
Yeah.
the sorry. Ooh,
Very yeah. Diverse person using
this person is not
a Trezor.
realistic. It's going to be some geeky guy in his basement using the Trezor. This is
Yeah.
not. This is normie material. This is not how crypto works right now.
Yeah. So okay, they also have three different ones. It's
Ah,
easier to see. Wait, it's easier to see here. So they have this one which has like a touchscreen. Then this is like the original. I think this is like the first hardware
yeah, this
wallet.
is the one I have.
Yeah, and this one they introduced like a few months ago. It has some chip on it. Wait, yeah, it has this chip on it. I don't know what it does, but yeah. So I have two of these because I mean I prefer like simple stuff. I don't really need a touch screen. I don't really need Bluetooth. I think it's kind of yeah. I'm not gonna pay extra money just for having Bluetooth, and I kind of like the uh, how do you say utilitarian
Yes,
concept of just having
it
like two buttons.
it's
It's
literally
kind
a
of
stormtrooper.
yeah, and I mean the ledger has it as well, so it's kind of simple. But I mean, if you compare it, if you compare it, so this is the one that I have. This is the like the most expensive one with the touchscreen, and this is the newer one which has this dedicated chip of some kind. But I mean, they all have the same kind of features that you would like need or that are relevant for like securing uh, your your assets. Um, and they also have compared to Ledger, because that's the one thing that I kind of reacted to when I got my Ledger. Trezor has this like really they are really keen on safety. So they have like they have pictures like this is how it's supposed to look, so you can compare like
Nasty.
if something has been tampered with. And my Trezors I ordered from their official store. I think, or
I
maybe I ordered one from Amazon. I can't remember. Um, but they have, it's supposed to look like this. They have these what do you call them? Like
hologramic
tamper-proof.
stickers. Yeah,
Yeah, like these kind of seals that you can't peel off and put back. So they seem like really keen on making this part like tamper-proof as well, and
I
it doesn't
remember
come
you
with a
DMing me.
yeah
You had to
yeah
like spend 3 hours opening this.
yeah. If yeah, I should have prepared like the image that I sent you, which is like just a torn open box of the Trezor because it was so hard to open it.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's a
they
good
like
thing
liquid nail
because
this together.
yeah, and yeah, it doesn't come with any firmware, which was kind of important to me. But as far as I understood it, the Ledger comes with firmware already installed on it, like it's not empty.
Yeah,
Um,
but the first time you boot it up, you're going to be just like your brand new Windows computer. It's going to be like, please update your firmware using Ledger Live,
yeah,
and you have to. It's just right off the bat, you've got to do it.
yeah. But yeah, so I have one of these, and I have two of these. And I mean, besides the lack of Monero support on these the Trezor ones, I have to say that I prefer Trezor to Ledger, and also going back to like the recent like the Ledger Kit exploit.
Yeah,
I don't know if you all have like read about it, but it was it was 2 days ago, I think, where like the Ledger Kit, which is like it's a, kind of like a library that is used in when you click connect wallet, it shows up like a modal, like a kind of like a pop-up where you can select your wallet and stuff like that. But what happened was since the wallet connect model that you use to connect your wallet, it uses Ledger Kit as a dependency, like a library to make it easier to develop. But what happened was somehow some ex-Ledger employee had been a victim of like a phishing attack, which made the attacker know about the yeah, he got access to their yeah,
GitHub, right?
kind of like yeah, not technically GitHub, but like something equivalent. It was like the where you upload your libraries. It's called npm.js, I think. But the concerning part isn't really like that they got exploited, because I mean, uh, you're gonna get, or maybe I shouldn't say you're gonna get exploited sooner or later. But the concerning part for me isn't so much like the fact that they got exploited. It's the fact that they had an ex-employee that had access to their code. Like that shouldn't happen, you know. Like
Yeah.
that's such a stupid thing to do.
As soon as
To
somebody's
not,
perp walked up at where I
yeah,
work, their entire everything is shut down immediately. Like as soon as
yeah,
they're gone, we know
exactly.
about it that hour and we shut down everything. So
Yeah,
and we're just a
exactly.
stupid business.
Yeah, I mean, it stands to reason that you would revoke any permissions for people that aren't working for you anymore, and especially with Ledger, which I mean, if you're running a hardware wallet business, it's kind of your like point of sale, or I don't know how to say it. It's
Security.
your yeah, security is like that's your game, right?
What
So
else did
why
they get
why
wrong?
yeah, there was something like this. I think it was this Ledger Recover thing that they
Yeah, they
had.
kind of forced it down people's throats.
Yeah, I think you had to opt into it, but it was like something about. Wait, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. I think. Uh, yeah, you had to. You could store your stuff in the cloud, but that I mean that's such a stupid, retarded idea. Also, because if I mean everyone knows that you shouldn't store it in the cloud. Um, you shouldn't store your seed phrases anywhere. That's like the first thing you learn is that you shouldn't give your seed phrase to anyone. You shouldn't store
Yeah,
it,
trust no
absolutely
one.
not in the cloud,
Trust no
because
and
then yeah, because then I mean if your iCloud or if your Google Drive or whatever gets hacked, then you're in for a world of hurt. Uh,
yeah, and
so
especially when this company itself, has had so many leaks, and you're like, why the heck would I even want to dare trust you with my seed phrase broken up into 3 service providers or whatever they were doing? It was just so
yeah,
retarded, and they
yeah.
had to
I mean,
backtrack quick.
yeah. I mean, it's. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's pretty. It's a lot more convenient to not have a hardware wallet, but there's like you have to have some inconvenience um, to have like more security. So yeah, I think that giving up some convenience for increased security isn't really like it's a no-brainer. Like it's something that most people would be happy to like reach that compromise.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
It's
yeah,
but newbies are always at risk. Especially old people like
yeah,
my dad wanted to get into crypto. He would trust whatever ledger tells him to, and they were built on don't give your seed phrase to anyone. And then 4 years later, 5 years later, give your seed phrase to us. We'll
yeah,
save it for you. So absolutely not. So in theory, as a product, I like the Trezor company better. They haven't leaked people's purchase history. They haven't had their software development kit, if they even have one, tampered with,
Yeah.
and they haven't tried to ask for our seed phrase and break it up in the cloud. So I'm gonna clap for Trezor right now. If y'all can hear me, I don't know. Clapping for Trezor for having just a good moral compass and not deviating from the mission of a hardware wallet. I also
Yeah.
bought the glove, by the way. Not a scam. It does what it does. It
Okay.
turned my Trezor blue. So one thing I do like about the Trezor too, when you're using it, your PIN code here to separate your PIN code to get into the device is actually displayed on the little screen and randomized. So when you click these different boxes, they correspond to your PIN.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, boom, and you're in. So that was a neat idea. I mean, I haven't had any trouble with the Trezor, so it's been a good buy. So,
Another thing,
uh-huh.
just like quickly mention a key differentiator between the Trezor and Ledger is, at least I think the Trezor, um, everything is open source,
Yes,
whereas with
yes, that's right.
Ledger, it's not open source, and that's
Always
also
good.
like in this context, it's very very good that it's open source. Um, yeah. I think that's
Yeah,
all that I have to
absolutely.
say about uh, Trezor and
That's the
Ledger.
bottom line from
But
Vbro. The bottom line.
when you order these, because as far as I know, they are both shipped from Europe, right? Or
Yes, mine
is
came
there
from Europe.
a okay?
Good point. Good point. It used to be that when you bought a ledger, you had to buy it and it had to come from France, right? My most
Yeah.
recent purchase came from Alabama. Okay, I had to look it
Okay.
up. They do have a U.S. distribution center in Alabama, and that kind of freaked me out. But it's legit. It's from now in America. Burgers get it from Alabama, Alabama.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still order from the website. You shouldn't have any problems from both of these companies. Now, I wanted to kind of show because people have been going about wallets for a few days now, like who can we trust? So I found two very interesting wallets that I want to share with you guys, and I want y'all guys to tell me which one of these I should try out for scientific purposes, and I'll share it on a future show happily. So the first one I found that is like complete departure from the Ledger and Trezor space are these fancy hardware wallets. In this case, we went to Keystone, which is an actually official partner of MetaMask. So that's a feather in the hat. I like to see, at least MetaMask trust this company enough. They have a product here that is made in Taiwan. The hardware is made in Taiwan, but it's an American burger company that sells the product. So this is a hardware wallet that does not Bluetooth into anything. There is no Bluetooth, and I believe there's no Wi-Fi, if I recall. And it's based on QR codes or micro SD cards to
Yeah.
sign your transactions. So that's really good. I'm very important. So these products that I'm going to show you, they're air gapped. The next one I'll show you too is the same. It's an air gapped wallet that uses QR codes or SD cards to transfer data offline. It's tamper proof, so if you open it up, it's supposed to self destruct. It would be great if the screen actually shows like T minus 5, 4, and then it literally explodes. That would be ideal. So if you're
Yeah.
trying to tamper with it, you take shrapnel. In this case, the Keystone is also open source, so I assume if we go to their GitHub, we can let other people smarter than myself examine the code. And then, of course, the triple element secure chips. Sure, I have to. This is where I can't verify. I just have to trust because I have no idea what the heck they're talking about. So it's like a smartphone. It uses your fingerprint to get in instead of a PIN number. Awesome. That's really good. And it has multiple seeds on the Keystone. So I can, in theory, have 3 different wallets on the Keystone that are completely separate, and I can use it to sign my transactions. So it looks like they are very Ethereum heavy, so that's good. And for the price product Keystone 3 Pro, the price is right. Look, it's just like 20 more bucks than a Ledger Nano S, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Now it is on clearance. It says the last day, 129. And I had a pop up here before I closed it that they were really going hard on Ledger. So for 5 days you could get, just jump ship from your Ledger, buy ours for 92 bucks. And then if you send them your receipt, you get like 28% off or something from Ledger, like an email receipt, I guess. I don't know, but they really want you to try this wallet. Okay, so um, yeah, it looks good on paper. Oh, here it is. Yeah, say no to Ledger Recover. get 28% off. Absolutely, get my discount too. So to show our support, Ledger users can enjoy a lifelong 28% discount. Simply send your Ledger purchase proof to support a Keystone. So we trust them with our proof of purchase. I don't know. I wouldn't, but for $92 as is, I think I would try it. So again, Hong Kong, American company, air gapped, touchscreen, fingerprint reader, and QR code scanner. That sounds pretty cool. It sounds pretty cool. But again,
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who owns one. So then let's
I
jump over to
mean,
the other one I found. Oh, go
you
ahead.
mentioned that this doesn't have Bluetooth, and I think that's. I mean, obviously it's not easy to just hijack a Bluetooth connection, but it is possible to do that. So I think it's good to not have Bluetooth in cases like these, because it's just
Yeah,
I don't know
and then it
if you've
turned out to be a
seen.
pain in the butt anyway. I don't use it.
Yeah.
I don't use it on my ledger.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I mean, with I can't remember the name. It's like a smart or a small device called Dolphin something. That's based on Raspberry Zero, I think. What?
Yeah, Flipper.
Yeah, the Flipper. I mean, I'm not sure whether that can hijack Bluetooth, but I mean, if you don't have Bluetooth, you don't even have to worry about it because you don't have
Yeah,
Bluetooth. So no
and
one.
this could probably hijack it. This has hijacked so
Yeah.
much stuff in our society right now. It's going to get people who own these. I mean, companies are starting to stop delisting it. Amazon, I think, is going to stop selling it online, or have already done so, because people are wreaking so much havoc with this as it becomes more popular. So you're right. You're absolutely right. We don't need to trust extra layers of crap on top of our hardware wallets. We need something that's off when it's off, is physically tied to our device, or air gapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So then over to our next wallet, which I found. I don't know if this one has Bluetooth. I think this is air gapped. Another air gapped flagship cold wallet. Now this one I understand is completely Chinese made. So you have to trust
Okay.
the Chinese communists to not hack into your wallet or have some other type of backdoor. Okay, so that makes it hard for me to really want to put a lot of trust in any product that I've never tested, and especially one that is all Chinese made. So I don't know if this is an American company or not. I heard it's mostly Chinese run, and it's as in mainland China, not Taiwan. So this has the same idea as the Keystone. It's a secured dual element. It's anti-disassembly and anti-taper, so it should self-destruct. It says it's smooth and easy experience, has a 4-inch touchscreen, quick response, updates in 3 minutes, fingerprint sensor. So on paper, these two devices are very similar. And of course, it holds as many different chains and stuff. I mean, most of these I can't get into the weeds deep enough with all the chains. I'm a mainnet for ETH. I like my ICPs. I have some Solana. So those really big chains, I don't think we're gonna have any problems unless you're getting into like some of those new Bitcoin sidechain things that nobody really supports yet. So maybe you'll run into trouble with these devices if something's just on the blistering cutting edge of the space. But for everyone else who keeps it within the top 10, top 20, top 100 even, you'll probably be able to use your coins on these devices. So, um, I mean, on paper they seem the same, except the price on this guy is a little bit higher than the
Yeah.
Keystone by a bit, by $69 versus 98 on clearance, 129 not on clearance for the Keystone. So I'm tempted to try the Keystone first. Oh, I also like
Yeah.
that it tells you your contracts, just like Rabby does. It tells you what your contract says in human readable terms. Supposedly, so does the Keystone. Okay, so it will tell you all that before you sign your transaction. So, what do you think, guys in the audience, whoever's here? Which one should I try? I will buy one and I will review it and kind of tell you what I think. I'm leaning towards the Keystone, and I may turn around and say, okay, guys, even though you told me to buy the Elapal, I'll probably buy the Keystone. But just tell me if you really, really want me to try the Elapal, and I'll ask on Telegram and Discord. We can try that. But I think really I'm looking at the Keystone as something that's more affordable in general, burger made and made in Taiwan. So, I can't say the Chinese don't have fingers in some of the chips or whatever that are in these devices, but Yeah, I'll give it a shot, and I'll report back to you guys as to which one or what my experience was, whichever one I order. So, and I want to talk briefly about how I have my wallet set up. Okay, so if some of you don't have a secure setup currently that are listening to this, I keep a ledger completely cold, and I only send to that ledger storage, right? I don't use contracts on that ledger, so that's my cold wallet. That's my cold ledger. So then, when I want to buy a coin, I will send funds from that ledger to my hot ledger. I will send it, and that's all I do in Rabby. I use Rabby to send money from one wallet to the other. I will interact with contracts and all that stuff on my dirty ledger, on my nasty, dirty ledger, which has touched all these different contracts over the years, and I will then send it back after I'm done to my cold ledger. So I have a two ledger setup where I do not mix the hot wallet with any type of contracts. I don't sign anything. Um, so that's how I keep it, and that's how I keep my nodes too. I don't touch those wallets that receive node Ethereum payouts. I don't touch it. I just send from it. And they receive. That's it. That's all they do. So I have a hot wallet. Now, in theory, with something like this, since it has three wallets inside, I could in theory, scroll from one wallet to the other, keep one completely cold, never interact, and keep the other one hot. But again, that's kind of iffy since I don't have one in front of me to test it out. But that's how I keep my
Yeah.
coins secure. And you could do the same thing if you have Rabby or MetaMask. Just keep MetaMask hot, keep a small percent of your portfolio there for altcoins and stuff, and then when you're done, send it to your ledger. And your ledger should never touch a contract unless you have two. I have a dirty ledger and I have a cold ledger. So that's a little bit about how I set up my stuff. And of course, I'm very suspicious about signing contracts because I don't want to lose my cold ledger either. That would be painful to lose a few K anyway to something stupid. But guys, do not like even now. I believe there was a people are losing money on bases on. Let me see here if I could find it real quick. Yep, see right here. Somebody has interacted with NFT Trader on their wallet, and 37 bases and 13 Macy's have already been drained. So the Bored Ape Yacht Clubs, and those things are what, 20 Ethereum apiece? Those are getting hit by a dirty wallet, somebody using their wallet for a trading contract that was used in the past, and now they're being drained. So really, that's why I say you need a cold wallet. You need a cold device and then a hot one. Okay, so huge hack happening right now. All these NFTs have been stolen from wallets. Some are absolute top tier apes. Revoke your wallet access. Yeah, again, and Rabby lets you revoke your wallet access. So even on my dirty wallet, every few days, I'll go in and I'll revoke everything if gas isn't too high. So security, security, security. Be smart. Keep a dirty wallet for your dirty things. Keep a cold wallet for your clean things. It should be sterile, cold, like an operating room. You never touch it
Yeah.
except to send and receive. So, whew, yeah, I'm glad I did not use NFT Trader recently. So, guys, be safe out there. Please, please be safe.
Yeah.
Largest BASE hack is underway right now.
I mean, it's
Dang.
it's so it's so like so cheap to buy like a wallet to have this kind of setup. I mean, I have a similar setup for my wallets. And like Twisted said, it's like you should revoke everything when you're done for your cold wallet. Like if you have one that you have like your net worth in or whatever,
Yeah,
it shouldn't
don't keep any open
be.
contracts on that one.
Yeah, and then also like storing your seed phrase, because that's kind of also obviously obviously you need to have it written down somewhere, right? Unless
Yes,
you have some like military grade autism and can remember this. But
that would
there
be
are
military grade.
I mean, there is also obviously you can use like aluminum sheets and stuff like that to inscribe or whatever. But also you can you can do other stuff as well, like with the like how you write down your seed phrase. Because, for example, I don't know if someone breaks into your house or whatever, and they find your seed phrase, they're gonna maybe don't they don't understand what it is at first, but at some point they are gonna be able to steal all your money. So one thing you can do that I found, I only do this for like, I don't do this for my uh, super safe cold storage wallet. I have another solution for that, but you can obviously you can divide it up so you have like 1/3 of the seed phrase in like 3 different places. I mean, you could store one part at a trusted friend or family member, or like in the bank, or you can hide it. You can dig a hole in the forest and hide it there or
I,
something.
I wouldn't go looking for in your forest. In the Swedish forest, no
Yeah,
way. Especially not in winter. I'm not going to go look for your seed phrase. You win.
but yeah, but so one thing that I do, I mean, I think it's smart, but maybe it's not as smart as I think. But it's just like an extra layer of security. Is like if you have a pin phrase, like let's say it's 4 digits, and it's let's just for the sake of convenience, let's just say it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, like with no repeating digits. And then when you write down your seed phrase, you switch place between like the first and the second. When you write it down, you put the second as the first, and
Okay.
uh, and then in this case you would put the third as the fourth. Obviously, maybe it works better if you have a longer like pin that you know you
I
can
see.
remember.
You've basically used your pin phrase to replace a few, to swap a few. So if
Yeah,
you had 1, 2, 11, 12, I mean, well, you can't go to 11, 12 on your pin phrase on these devices, but let's say you had 7, 8,
yeah,
and 1, 2. Your pin was 1, 2, 7, 8, right? So you would literally
yeah,
swap those two, and then somebody gets your seed phrase plate or a backup of it. Maybe you have a paper copy, but they're like, hey, this doesn't work. It goes to an empty wallet.
yeah,
Obviously,
and
you know, and maybe
and
your close spouse male can remember
yeah.
remember your pin phrase. So that would be that's a good idea. It's just another blocker. Again, but if you know, you got to make sure everybody in your household knows that pin phrase.
Yeah, but it's kind of I mean it's not super safe to do this, but the way I came up with it was like I can't remember. It was probably late at night, and I was like, "What if someone breaks into my house and finds like my seed phrase?" Um, and if that were to happen, um, I would want to give myself like a few hours to be able to be able to transfer my funds to another wallet. So just doing something simple like that would hopefully delay the attacker or like the burglar uh, from um, from being able to figure out what you have done with the seed phrase.
That's a good idea,
Uh,
and it's very simple too. It's a good idea. Then, um, so you can have multiple backups, but because those are displaced, those letters, excuse me, those words are displaced. Simply, they're going to think, oh, this is a dead wallet. It's empty. It's just crap. Um,
yeah,
the
and
the
I
other
mean
thing I saw,
you can do different stuff as well, but just like if someone were to gain access to your seed phrase, um, you want to delay
you
them
bought
cracking
time.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, you
exactly.
bought time to get to your backup seed phrase, put it on your wallet, and then send it to a fresh wallet. Yeah, you bought time. It's true. It's a good idea. I also saw there is a scheme where you can split this up 3 ways. I believe you divide it in half, and then you give one card overlaps to like 10, 11, 12. Another card overlaps to like 19, 20, 21. and then one is in the middle or half. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up and share with you guys. But you can break these up into 3 different phrases where as long as you have 2 plates, you're actually safe. You have all your 24 words.
Yeah.
But if you only have one, it's useless. So you can hide them in 3 different places, and as long as you get to 2 of those plates, you will have your entire seed phrase. So there's a lot of ways to do it. I mean, I think a good big mean German Shepherd is definitely, or an attack kitten. Do they have those in Sweden? Do they have Swedish
I don't
like?
know. I don't know what that is. Oh, you mean those? Yeah,
And
we have something
okay, so
similar.
3 of these in your house should be
Yeah.
good, and then to protect your seed phrase when you're gone. Because I mean,
Yeah.
if I think about it, the worst thing that I think would happen is somebody breaks in your house and tries to find your seed phrase if they know you've got crypto. So just store it. You can store it off campus. Just don't put it in
Yeah.
your house.
I
Easier
mean, I
said than
mean,
done, right? But you
what
could.
is what you said now is probably like the best thing to be safe is not to let other people know that you have crypto. That's
We're
probably
screwed,
the
Vess.
best. Yeah.
We have a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I carry every day, so I'm just saying, don't come at me, bros. I'm literally strapped all the time. Okay, leave me alone. So, yeah, and I got a dog. You don't know what kind of
Yeah.
dog it is, do you? You don't know if it's a big German Shepherd or Chihuahua, but they both bark, so you just better not try nothing. Well, hey guys, how about that? We have covered a lot of wallets and stuff in ICP. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. Oh, I
What
got
was
rid of the price.
what was the we're gonna yeah, you will explain why there are so many hand warmers.
Oh God.
Uh
Okay. Oh no. I don't have it open yet, but so the hand warmers come in really large boxes. Okay, this is like small child size box. Yeah, so well, basically, no, let me not go
they
to
are
Amazon. Let me go
they
to
are the box that it comes in is really it's
it's
really big.
huge.
Do you
It's
remember when
huge.
because I got mine before you got yours, right? And
Yeah, I think so.
I sent images like for several hours
So
to
for some
you
reason,
when
Amazon ships a hand warmer 1 per box, and the box is massive. Okay, so basically, I ordered the entire supply of hand warmers from Amazon that were left over. And I can't. What am I going to do when the mailman comes and it's like 8 o'clock at night and he's struggling to unload like 14 boxes? He has to make 14 trips back and forth to his mail truck. And it's going to be raining, and the cold front is going to blow in, and he's away from his family for hours and hours. And here he is unloading box after box onto my porch. And there I am sitting. I can't look him in the eye. I can't even acknowledge that man because I know for a fact that in each and every one of those boxes are hand warmers that he is struggling to unload, and they're putting on my porch. He's going to think, "Oh, are you running a business?" I'm like, "Nope." What's in the box? And he's going to make friendly conversation. What am I going to tell him? T-shirts. It's T-shirts, sir. I just said,
just
yes, I
tell
am
them
running a business. It is
just be
T-shirts.
like you don't want to know what's in these boxes.
That's fine too. I'll be like, it's best you just unload them and go home. I can't even look at you, sir. Just here's $20, please. Take it. Just take it, and never look at
Yeah.
me again. And then
Switch your route with another employee.
if you want one of these things, you've got to come to consensus in Austin. So we're going to be bringing these hand warmers to Austin to give away as some merch on the show floor. I think I don't even know how I'm going to haul them into the floor, like because we don't even have a booth at Gaines. We're just going to bring in hand warmers under both arms. I'm going to give them to New Sachs and Trezor and whoever else is coming. Anir is going to have to carry like 20 of them. I don't even have 20, but he's going to need to. And we're just going to bring them on the consensus floor. And I think they're going to be really hot. I think people are going to love, um, they're going to love the hand warmers at consensus. So if you need one,
Yeah, I hope so.
find me on the floor. You'll know where to find me. Just follow the trail of anarchy, and you'll have you a hand warmer. There might be other stuff stuffed inside them too, some extra merch. So they're going to be hot. I swear, they're going to be so hot. They're going to be the hottest thing on consensus floor. Everybody's going to want a hand warmer when we're done with this
Yeah.
stuff. Plus the NFT. So, yeah. Well, that's it. That's all I have for today, guys. Ves, any closing thoughts? I don't really have anything else to share at the moment.
No, I don't have anything either. We have some fun stuff coming up very
Yeah,
very
Monday's
soon.
going to be a really nice day, I hear.
Yeah.
Monday's going to be really cool.
I'm gonna start when we end the stream. I'm gonna start on my part for
Monday.
that.
Monday's super cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us on the streaming show. The streaming show today. I will share some pictures of my front porch when I get the hand warmer boxes. God, it's going to be awful, sir. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
mailman.
yeah. And
And
sorry, twisted. We don't really do a lot of trades lately because we've run out of money and we realized
yeah,
we're not really that good at trading.
but that's okay. I'll start trading again in the future. I mean, why not? But right now, I've just been so preoccupied with other things like the fallout
Yeah.
of Elapal. So, thank you guys for joining us. Please enjoy gTrade this week. It's going to be a good week. Going to be a good day Monday, and I will see y'all later. See y'all around the Discord and the Telegram.
Yep. Okay.
All right, guys. Have a
Thanks
good
everyone
one.
for coming.
Bye bye.